All right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are here for our Eberron Oracle of War game, and of course it decides to switch the headphone to default, so I had to change that real quick. But before we jump into our game, I do want to remind you we are raising money for Extra Life, so keep that in mind. All right, so when we... Okay, so when we last left off, our adventuring party was on part 17 of the Oracle of War campaign, the final tribute. And having gone to escort a ambassador to another section of this world, in hopes of convincing him to give up the secret to one of the forges, it turned out that there was a plan of what's the word I'm looking for, Dylan? A assassination attempt. There we go. That's the words. Thank you, buddy. You're so helpful. Made on said ambassador, and actually, it wasn't even just an attempt. It was an actual assassination, due to the fact that he did die. But thankfully, he got better, which is weird, and only happens in D&D, because usually when you die, you don't get better. Unless, of course, you have a cleric that can do that. So, you then, in fact, healed him back, or brought him back. He is at the estate still resting. You went to follow another lead, which was that he had a he had a person come and see him before the assassination happened, and you went to go and meet this gentleman known as H. And upon finding his place of business in town, as well as his apartment, you found that he had been killed as well. However, unlike your ambassador, you were not able to bring him back due to his head being taken. And as your cleric friend pointed out, you kind of need that to bring him back. So, okay. So, I don't know. Hi, buddy. Hi. You're stepping on the computer. Get off the computer. Uh-huh. They did. Uncle Bob did the button pushing this time. Mm-hmm. All right, you gotta get down there. Okay. All right. There you go, puppy. All right, treat time has been redeemed. Thanks, Uncle Bob. All right. So with that, nope. All right. So you found out that he was killed. His head was missing. You found some bloody footprints that went to the window, but then they stopped. And between everything, you figured out that there must have been some magic done, because the blood did not continue over the windowsill. You also found that the footprints led you to believe that it was some kind of fiend. All right. You, let's see what else. You did find a scrap of parchment that seemed to have fallen out of whatever the person took, and there was a map type of or a thought map, I guess would be the how we would word it, letting you know that clearly this had to have come from the gentleman here. So, tattered banner, farm sightings, rats, plague, famine, Drosco, unrest, Commissioner Gebler, and reprisals. So, you ventured out into the town and found a tavern known as the Tattered Banner. And you found that it was boarded up. And you found that the front door was locked. The Tattered Banner itself, after having gone in, seemed to be deserted, but you did find a set of stairs that led downward. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is actually where we left off. So, with that, what would you guys like to do?
Or are we gonna go down the creepy basement?
I don't know, are you?
I think all the clues are pointing to this creepy basement.
Love a creepy basement.
Gotta love a creepy basement, right?
I'll go down first.
Yeah, that's what we had decided last time. So.
Okay. Okay.
That's in my notes, at least.
Okay. Alright, so going down to the creepy basement. Perfect, I like it. Okay. So you head downward. Lit by a single lantern, this 20-foot square cellar is piled up with barrels and crates. At one end, a ramp leads up to the trapdoor that you are coming down. As you go down first there, you see a pair of goblins sitting on a large crate sharing a giant wheel of cheese.
Have they noticed me?
They did. They're looking right at you.
Hello, friends. Me and some of my friends are here, and we're gonna poke around down here to see if we can figure out why what happened.
Okay. Please don't hurt us. As you see them jump down and go behind the crate that they were sitting on.
Don't forget your cheese.
One jumps back up on the thing and grabs it and pulls it back down.
And then I will. I didn't find any traps on the way down.
You did not.
So I'll tell everybody it's safe to come down and that we have some friends. And then I will start investigating everything.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and roll. Want to point out, I'm glad that there's a dice on the screen that shows everybody else what she rolls, and then we see what the number is. Mm-hmm.
That is...
It's better than the nat ones that I get.
It's true.
Like 3 better.
Uh-huh. Yep. It is, in fact, better than the natural ones.
I have a very specific set of skills.
Uh-huh. You do, in fact. All right. So, yeah, you do, in fact. Okay. So, with that, you see that in here, it is very clearly a storage room. You see that
Is there any like organization method, or is it just everything's down here?
Everything's down here. Yep.
I'll ask the goblins. I'll say, what are your names, and can you help us with what's down here? Do you know about any of this stuff?
Give me a persuasion check to see if you get any response from them, because right now they are doing the we're gonna hide situation. Okay.
No,
That should
honestly, we're your friends. We don't want to hurt you. We truly don't.
they stop a minute and they're like, look up. Look, you see them peeking around the crate at Krebus. Krebus, go ahead and roll me your persuasion check.
Okay.
Krebus has a specific set of skills too. Same kind of set of skills changes right there. All right.
Yeah, well, it's just a different set, but yeah.
No,
Similar
I'm saying as in like the
ability.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see these two goblins kind of poking their heads out around the crate, and you recognize them, Krebus, just a little bit as performers due to their very colorful mismatched clothing. Not sure exactly like what type of performers or whatever, but it's very clearly the dress of those that were, maybe like army entertainers, stuff like that.
Right.
And
They were on the USO tour?
They were totally on the USO tour.
Nice.
And
they're good.
as you say these things, you see them kind of step out, and one says, "My name's Khaldun, and this is Nashleen." I'm sorry.
Good evening, Khaldun and Nashleen. My name is Krebus.
Hi. You notice they're very, not quite sure that you aren't gonna, perhaps, do something?
Is it of all of us, or do they have a specific reaction to seeing Warforged?
No, it's just in general for all of you.
Okay.
And you see they're just kind of come out a little bit, and says, "You're not gonna hurt us, right?"
Of course not. And I'll whip out my hand drum quickly and perform a little drummy thing.
You're a performer too. Oh.
Not a very good one.
Okay. We were part of those that were in the last war. We were travelers, traveling from place to place to raise the troops' spirits. But a couple of weeks ago, we got here, and we met this halfling that while we were busking in town, and she said that our music seemed to cheer her up. It was really nice of her. Like she even was really nice and gave us these magic pipes and a bag of galfiers.
A bag of what?
Coins.
Oh.
Yeah. She said she wanted to gift us with these pipes because that would, make us sound really good and would help lift the refugee spirits. And that each day we should go to a different part of town and play for them. And so that's what we've been doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's an important duty.
It really is.
I would like to inspect those pipes closer, if I may.
Oh, well, sure. And you see, they, Khaldun comes over and hands you, his set of pipes. And says, "Be careful, though. It seems like rats really like the music out of these pipes."
Rats.
Yeah. Like, we've noticed that everywhere we go, the rats seem to congregate whenever we played the pipes.
Ah.
I will hand them to Crebus, as I am not musically inclined, nor fond of rats. But I would take that time to cast Detect Magic on them.
They are magical. They are, in fact, magical. And of the things within this cellar, you notice that the goblins have a couple other, items on them, other instruments, but the only ones that seem to be magical are the pipes.
Nothing else in the room?
Nothing else in the room. Nope.
Cinder, did you look for, like, hidden doors? You did investigate, didn't you?
She did, but there was no hidden doors in here. You find alcohol, you find some dried meats and stuff that's very much food for a tavern.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna does anybody else have identify that they can do on this? Because I can do it, but it takes a spell slot. I don't think I can ritual cast.
I can ritual cast.
I can ritual cast.
Do you have that spell, though?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, good, because I can ritual cast, but I don't have that spell.
That was what
It's not a cleric spell.
That's why I was like, wait, do you have the quest? Yeah. Okay. All right. So are you ritual casting identify?
Did you want to, Dorian, or do you want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
So, you cast Identify through ritual, and you find that these pipes are the pipes of the sewers.
It's all making sense.
It does all make sense now, doesn't it? So these pipes, I mean, they're beautiful. You would think that you would get the idea that there's rats because they're, have rats on them. But yeah, while attuned to these pipes, ordinary rats and giant rats are indifferent towards you and will not attack you unless you threaten or harm them. They have 3 charges. As an action, you can expend 1 to 3 charges, calling forth a swarm of rats with the expended charge, provided there are enough rats within the half mile of you to be called in this fashion. And so whenever a swarm of rats that isn't under another creature's control comes within 30 feet of you, you can make a charisma check contested by the swarm's wisdom check. If you lose, the swarm behaves as normal and can't be swayed by the pipe's music for the next 24 hours. If you win, however, the swarm is swayed by the music, becomes friendly to you and your companions for as long as you continue to play, each round as an action. The friendly swarm obeys your commands. You issue no commands. If you issue no commands to the swarm, it defends itself, but otherwise takes no actions. So, but there are 2 of these pipes. Each one of the goblins has one.
Would it be potentially a way for people to have called rats to contaminate the food and water?
Potentially.
Do you remember anything about this lady description or anything?
Well, we didn't get her name, but she's a halfling. She had copper hair, and she wore a gold pin with a griffin on it.
Any of that sound familiar?
Give me a history check.
Can I roll one too?
Sure. Okay. You recognize it as the House Jurasco's griffin emblem.
Okay. I will relay that.
Okay.
I really don't like that advisor guy, and it's just getting worse.
Is that? I'm sorry. This is player asking.
Mhm.
So that symbol belongs to the advisor guy.
The same house, yep.
And the prince.
Well, the prince isn't from House Jarosco, but the advisor was.
But he was. That's what he wanted to restore.
You know, he wants to restore Crier, the section of the lands that was turned into the Mournlands.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Okay,
Jarosco is the healers and stuff.
As Zutog, we are trying to procure enough evidence that we may be able to turn things upside down and make things better in the long coming. May we borrow one of these flutes?
Okay. Well, I mean, we have two. I don't really like them anyway, but yeah, just be careful because rats seem to come around when you play them.
I will give each of them 2 gold pieces
Okay. They'll take it.
to pay for the flutes.
Okay. And Nashlin's like, all we want to do is make people feel better. You know, that's why we came and we were playing here. So we figured.
I will give whichever one gave up the flute. I will give them the tin whistle I have that makes colors appear.
Oh, do you tell them that that's what it does?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Trinket.
Okay. They Nashlin's like turns to the other one and goes, trade you. Come on, I'll trade you.
And
they proceed to fight over the whistle, and you know, you get the feeling that the whistle is probably better than the flute.
I'll use magical tinkering to put circus sounds in a gold coin and give him that. So it just continuously plays like a.
It plays Kane's favorite thing about the Feywild.
Should I push the button, Kane?
Button.
The button that plays that song?
Oh, yeah, sure.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's on the mysterious diagram that we have. Because then we can send the plague to New Seer.
There you go.
Which I think is important. We need to do.
Okay.
Not sure why.
guys, you know this is how their circus career starts, and they're gonna open up a business thanks to us.
Totally. Yep.
Is it Cinder that has the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Cinder, if you would please.
Out
And
of
he'll
character.
hand you.
Of course it is. Tor always has a bag of holding.
Okay.
You know, they're trying to figure out who had theirs on Wednesday. And I said, I do. I always do.
Tor's not in the Wednesday campaign, so that didn't help them at all.
Oh. And I'll hand over, Zutog will hand over the flute to be kept for later.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, in case I haven't explicitly said it, if you guys ever need anything out of the bag, just, you know, it's for all of us.
Okay.
Okay. So, with everything, this is all that you find within the Tattered Banner Tavern. But you feel like this is a fairly safe place to have a discussion if you wish to have a discussion about where to go from here.
So we had already explored the upstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's nobody around.
Nope. Nobody around.
Oh, I'm looking at the pamphlet that says farm sightings. So maybe what's been sighted at the farms?
Mm.
If somebody's directly sabotaging the farmland, we should probably check that out.
Maybe they have been summoning the rats to the farms.
That is very possible. Well, we've got this piece of evidence here, and we might be able to bring this to the prince's attention.
Had we looked and what did it look like the advisor's handwriting on that?
It did not. It did not match any handwriting you've seen. But based on everything, this you think that this might have been the spy that got killed's handwriting. Due to the fact that it was in his apartment. Based on that handout as well, I will tell you that the name that is not have an arrow next to it, the commissioner Gebler is a commissioner here of New Crier.
Do we know how reputable they are?
You do not.
Mm. A lot of what we have is purely circumstantial. Because the pin could be some jackass pretending to belong to that house to make them look bad. Should at least talk to the commissioner and see what they're made of.
You do know that there's also the clerics or whatever of House Jarosco, the healers.
I did want to talk to them, but dinner and murder. Buying.
Murder always ruins a day for at least one person.
At least. So where would you like to go from here?
Do we know how far it is to the farms?
You do not, however, you can ask around and find out.
I just kind of want to get a feel of, is it like we can get there in a day?
Yeah, no, that would be
or
just
there
outside
and back
of town.
in a day? So, okay, so it's not super long.
No, you get the feeling that it's like that's probably fairly close to town. Yeah. Okay. So where do you guys want to go for next?
To the farm, I guess. I don't know.
We can either go to the farm and talk to them about what's been eating their crops and maybe find some more evidence, or we could go talk to the healers, try to dig up some more dirt.
To be fair, there are farms all around, so you don't know which farm has had farm sightings.
Well, if this mysterious halfling truly is a member of House Jarosco, they might be at the temple with the other healers. And if they're not, and the healers say, we have no idea who the hell that you're talking about, then we know that, in that at least, they're innocent. Or they'll be there, and we can question them.
Let's do that as our next lead, because I think then we'll figure out if they're even a part of that house or not. Like if they're a phony.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Alright, so you're gonna go to the healers of House Drosco?
Is it only
Yes.
healers of that house that are working here?
They're the ones that were sent to work here, yes.
But like at the exclusion to any other healers that would potentially have volunteered or
There's a few that are volunteered, but most of the ones that most people that have healing magic, if they're part of a house, they're part of House Drosco. Okay. Since it was your idea to go there, Anna, roll me a d8, please.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So you see, as you guys approach the temple here, you see that there are 8 halfling healers here.
How many of them are female with red hair?
All of them have red or copper hair. They all seem to be universally smiling and seem fairly friendly. You got about 5 of them are female. The others seem to be male.
I'm gonna casually pull out the flute and kind of just be walking around and see if there's any kind of reaction from any of them.
Okay. All right. You see that these healers seem to be passing out looks to be purple potion bottles. What they're referring to as a healing elixir to those that have come to the temple suffering from the plague here. Yeah. Give me a perception check, Cinder, on if any of them notice that you're doing the flute and make any response. Okay.
I has a question really quick.
Sure.
I got lost in some of the timey-wimey biz. Have we taken a long rest since the murder last night?
Not since the murder, no.
The murder was this
It was this morning.
It
So
was
we
discovered this
slept.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
We did our spying and room breaking into, and then we slept, and when we woke up, he was dead.
Yep.
That's right. Sorry, I meant since we snuck into the room and
yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So
Thank
you did have the benefits of a long rest before you discovered that he was dead. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
then...
Yep.
You all should have 21 temp hit points, or some of y'all should.
Okay. But using the red or copper hair doesn't really help you that much. In that most of all of the halflings that are in here that you see with the robes and of healers are some shade of red or copper hair.
The advisor redhead?
They are. Yep. Okay. So
Did anybody react to
nobody seems to have reacted, or at least not that was outwardly enough that you saw. Yeah. If they noticed that you had this, then they probably covered it up quick enough that you did not notice, which is saying a lot considering how high you rolled. Okay.
I have another way to potentially force them to all pay attention to it for a minute and see if anybody reacts.
I mean,
Because if I start playing real bad, people are gonna look, and I'm gonna be real bad at playing.
it's true.
Or you can give it to Crevis, and he can be really good at playing.
I mean, it's up to you. What do you guys do now that you are here with the healers?
Do they all look the same? Like they're related?
I mean, they probably are to an extent, yeah. And you know, being a member of a house yourself, you know that there tends to be, majority of a family. Especially those of halfling descent. If they show any form of magical whatever, they tend to get, brought up healing some sort. Mm-hmm. But these, they don't look like they are probably all siblings, but they, I mean, might be related. Wouldn't surprise you if they were.
I want to ask them how they've been dealing with this mysterious plague that won't go away.
Okay.
Like, what about it is so unusual that they can't get rid of it?
It keeps coming every time we get, somebody, we think we've got it all healed and it should, be on the downhill slide. It just gets a resurgence. And
Are the same people getting reinfected?
Sometimes, I mean, between the budget cuts and everything,
budget cuts?
Well, yeah, we haven't been able to get as much, of the necessary ingredients that we need.
Which
interesting.
Makes sense.
This is in direct.
The economy is stressed because of all these refugees.
Mm-hmm.
No, but didn't Raven saw the Chancellor's,
his
figures,
budgets. Yeah.
his budgets. Mm-hmm. And he said he was funneling a lot of money into this, did he not?
Oh yeah, he was very braggy about it.
He says,
I'd like to know. I'd like to know about the budget cuts. If anything, they should be increasing the funding. I understand a scarcity of resources, but budget cuts is something else entirely.
Well, we haven't been able to get the necessary, ingredients that we need to get from elsewhere. We haven't been able to do that. We've had to spend all of the budgets just getting the necessary things since, the farmlands are just not working out, and so we've had to import everything, which makes, a big chunk of our budget.
You're spending more, but your funds aren't decreasing. You're just spending more than you'd like on the things you need.
Well, we're having to pay the import fees and stuff instead of buying more of what we need.
Where are you importing from?
All over, anywhere that we can get him.
Can you show us or tell us which farm, because there are farms everywhere.
Right.
Which one is supposed to be supplying you with the medicinal herbs you require?
There's all over. I mean, we had, families that take and we're doing each different ones. I mean, there's, we need lemons from, the lemon grove. We've oranges from the orange groves. We just, everyone seemed to have taken, the seeds and the plants that we did have and planted them to be able to grow more, and it hasn't worked. So we've had to bring in more and more.
Has it just been medical and medicinal supplies that you're running low of, or is it just mundane things too, like, I don't know, flour and
Well, I mean,
that kind of stuff.
there's mundane or anything that is food related. I mean, and even like bandages and stuff, we're not using as many because that's not really the plague, having to do with. But even that has been hard to come by. I mean, this is a refugee camp. It's it's rough. But
So you guys are making this elixir here? Or are you buying it somewhere?
no, we're making it the best that we can. Yes.
So, do you know what is causing the farmland to fail?
I don't know.
Because to affect so many different kinds of crops.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
That's strange. Normally, when crops fail, it's a single type of crop. Or if they're all failing, it's because of an environmental factor. What?
I don't know. It just seems like,
Some-
everything just stopped.
There's been no flooding.
No?
There's no drought.
I mean, not really, no.
Just an average amount of rainfall.
I mean, for what I understand from this area, I'm not actually from here. So I don't know.
I mean, you would hear the locals
Yeah.
bitching about the weather. That's what people love to do, is bitch about the weather.
Well, yeah, but everything kind of changed when the last war hit, and
But still, there would be something that would...
yeah.
An obvious sign that something is wrong.
No, they're like it's.
But they're just...
Seen rats around at all?
I mean, there's some, but not
Like the normal amount, or like they're invading?
here in the town. It's there's more than the normal amount. I would have thought, but this is the first like refugee camp that I've really dealt with personally. And I mean, from the looks of everything, I mean, it seems like there's more than what I would assume being the normal amount, but I haven't heard of anything like that affecting the crops, and I don't know. It seems like everything was just...
Everything that could go wrong is going wrong all at the same time, and nothing anybody's doing is fixing it.
Right. It seems like all the crops just kind of withered and died.
Is it every farm?
Yeah.
Or is there like a coalition leader we could talk to? An overseer?
Commissioner, maybe?
I mean...
A community leader?
Of the farmers? I don't know. I know that, there's the commissioner, Gebler.
Where could we find Commissioner Gebler?
His office is, just on the other side of town.
I think we'll have to pay him a visit.
Is there farms on the way, by chance?
All the farms are outside of town. We especially after the plague started to hit, we had everybody go back to the farms and stuff, and so they would hopefully be safe away from the plague. But I mean, every once in a while we go out and check on people.
Get off of here.
Okay. I assume that's to the person you're talking to there, Darian?
Any of them, really.
Okay. Okay. So that final comment, there's no doubt in your mind that they are telling the truth. That they did send those people out back to the farms and away from town in hopes to save them from being affected by the plague. Okay, let's see. With other than that,
I'm gonna assume that Zin, having been a healer for this long, has seen a refugee camp or two.
you have, yes.
And so would Zin consider there to be extra rats, or is this normal?
Maybe a few extra. Maybe.
I haven't really dealt with a lot of refugee camps because I don't normally leave my home. Nobody really does.
Would I have some knowledge? Minimal, maybe, considering, like, my tribe and whatnot?
I would say, that over all of the time you've been in here, there seems to be a lot more rats than any of you have actually seen within a city or town before.
Did you see my note?
I did.
Okay.
So then...
Once I'm done with that, I want to communicate with everybody.
Okay.
I want to send Pounce to follow the rats and see if he can find where they're coming from or anything.
Okay.
I understand that you guys want to go talk to the community leader. If anyone would like, I want to go inspect myself. Visit the farms and hear what they have to say. There might be some magic tainting, or it could just be the enormous amount of rats along the way that have done as nature has intended. They feed on things. But the summoning of them might not be the natural thing at work here. So
Yeah, no, I think we all agree on that. I think somebody has deliberately destroyed the crops because all the fields failing all at the same time, no natural disaster is unheard of.
Very suspicious and feels like sabotage.
Especially with the insane number of rats.
Sidebar.
Okay.
Well, gesture to the rest of the party. Usher away from prying ears.
I'm going to tell... Well, I've got the telepathic bond up, so I will let everybody know that we can communicate that way.
Okay.
And that I think we need to go to all the farms and lead the rats away.
I'll just relay to everyone else that he's hiding something.
Ah.
He's telling the truth, but he's hiding something.
Hmm.
okay. Zutog will be party captain A or B for going to talk to the farmers themselves. So, like, if anybody wants to tag along, come with Zutog, but Zutog is wanting to go do that.
Yeah, I think physically inspecting at least one of the farms would probably be a good idea. I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'll join.
Okay.
Actually, I want to ask the healer, do you know if the commissioner is in his office today, or is he out and about?
I haven't seen him. I don't really have a lot to do with them.
Alrighty. Thank you for your time. And
Of course.
I hope we get this sorted soon.
Okay. So, all right. So we've got Zutog and Arthur, and who else is going on Team Zutog?
Zin.
Zin and Krebus.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't I think
That leaves
Cinder
Dorian
and Dorian.
Mhm. What could possibly go wrong with this plan?
Maybe we should just all go?
Nothing will
Or-
go wrong except I'll try and steal something, and he'll yell, and one of us will snap and beat each other up.
Uh-huh.
We
Or
can also just go if everybody just all wants to go.
I like it. I like
or
split the party. I'm fine with it. I'm behind
new
this.
plan. There's farms all around outside of town,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that the commissioner's on the other side of town. His office is, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we head that way? And if he's not in his office, then we'll just go on to a farm on the other side of town. That way, if we split, it won't be opposite directions.
Okay. And you can get directions to his office.
Yeah, I mean,
He's just on the other
He-
side of town square.
okay, so not very far from us at all.
Not really, like, but just
Like, we would.
technically on
It's
the other
not.
side of town from where you are, but it's not very far.
Have any of them interacted with him? Did they have an opinion of him?
Not that they've shared. Just seem to, give you the basics on that. They will tell you, however, meeting with him isn't always easy because he does have a pretty formidable secretary. Middle-aged woman named LaRonda. But they're like, I mean, she's honestly kind of a bitch, but I mean, other than that, good luck.
Okay.
He would probably be at the office even if he isn't.
Right. No doubt.
I get a description.
I still want to split the party.
You do, and I'm so behind this. Okay,
It could just be me and Mahler that goes, because is Mahler with us?
I mean, always. Well,
So
actually, no, we had Mahler and Joe were back guarding the commissioner, or guarding the ambassador.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So then it could be me and Krebus. If, because and with the telepathic bond, we can communicate over the whole plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, any distance.
Yep.
As long as we're on the same plane.
So yeah, I want to. Zutog will express that he wants to go visit at least one of the farms,
Okay.
even if it's just on the way, just to. While it's still kind of fresh, wants
Okay.
to like go inspect things.
Okay.
Right.
So sure, you two can go off and learn more about the farms and stuff. Saying you're gonna meet, at the edge of town in such and such a time. So.
That's good.
Okay. So all right, you two go off. All right. So the rest of you head to the commissioner's office. So you see, as you step into the office, it's, I mean, kind of the office building and stuff, very much like you were expecting. Kind of plain. Got a map on the wall of the location.
I wanted to scope it out ahead of time.
Okay.
See if I can see if that person is in there or.
You see that there is a woman sitting at the desk. Human woman. There is no windows to his office, so you do not see through to see if he is in his office. So, but just like the entry room office, there's the human woman sitting at the desk. Middle-aged for human. seems to be doing some paperwork, keeping herself busy. Yeah.
Can I try and insight check her just for like something that would be a way to distract her, or
Are you going into the room?
not yet?
Okay.
Well, I can sneak in there.
I'm just saying because looking through the window, she's just seems to be at her desk doing paperwork.
Okay.
There's no phone, so there's no, phone gonna ring and distract her.
There's not like, some tchotchkes on her desk or,
Nope.
Motivational poster somewhere or something like that.
Nope. Looks very sparse.
Does she look like the kind of people that used to shoo me out of everywhere?
Oh, totally.
A little bit of a Karen?
Oh, totally. She's totally a Karen.
Yeah. Well, I can go in there and be a shithead and she'll probably chase me, but that's just one option.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you see her desk is very sparse. You see that it has, a stack of papers. It has a quill and ink pot. Very, very much the,
Pencil pusher.
Yep.
Does she seem like she likes things super duper neat?
I mean, all of the papers are exactly stacked. There's no disheveledment at all.
So if I knock over her ink pot, she might freak out.
I mean, maybe.
Listen, Cinder's just in full prank mode on everybody now.
Mm-hmm. So it seems.
Bet my friends.
Do we have a plan for going in? We're just gonna walk in and request a meeting?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, we can. A couple of us, one or two of us, can go and ask if he's in and see what kind of answer we get from that, and then potentially either ask her for entry or distract her and get her out of the room so we can get into the other room.
Could have brought all those rats and put them in there with her.
I mean, there's still time.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow my 8th level spell.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, Kribus, we're separate, aren't we?
Yeah, you and Zutog went to the farms.
Oh, that's right. Then never mind. Man.
I mean, you could have done it depending on like how long it would have taken them to get there. You could have done it before we split.
Yeah, but it's only on self.
It's only on me.
Oh, you can use it when you're with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is this team doing? Team commissioner, what are you doing? Who's going in or who's doing what?
Guess I'll walk in
Okay.
to
The commissioner's office here? Okay.
and ask the secretary if the commissioner's in and if he has time for a meeting.
Do you have an appointment?
I'll go in with her.
No, we're here with the ambassador,
Okay.
and we're looking into some of the misfortunes, and we're hoping that the commissioner could spare a few moments of his time to speak with us.
Nobody can see the commissioner without an appointment.
I'm gonna
He's a very
flash
busy man.
my.
I'm certain he's very busy, and I respect that. We just want to help your people, and we're hoping he could help us help them.
He's already
That's all.
helping. That's what he does. That's why he's here.
We want to help him help them. We are offering our skills.
You can make an appointment, and then you can see him.
I'm gonna flash my badge, say that we're on royal business, and just walk towards the commissioner's office.
You see she gets up and stands in front of the door. No one sees him without an appointment.
Is there an appointment book around?
You do not see an appointment book.
All right. When's the next available appointment?
That would be tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Does she consult anything, or she's just?
Nope.
Do I hear anything from the room beyond?
Give me a perception check.
On the wrong
like
page.
While she's talking to them, use my mage hand to pick up the quill or whatever and just write over anything I need to see these people, and act like it's
Okay.
make it something that's
Okay.
if I seen the prince's writing, I can try and.
You do not
That's a lot.
hear anything from the other room. Okay.
Is the commissioner in a meeting right now, ma'am?
He's not to be interrupted. You only can see him with an appointment.
Okay.
I'm gonna say over the bond. Are we just gonna think that just I can we can knock stuff over to get her away from the door and then just bust through the door?
How big is this building?
It's a section of a bigger building, but right now it's just a two-room office.
And there's no windows outside,
No
right?
windows out from
Okay.
the
Not
commissioner's office itself.
All right.
This one would look particularly strong.
No.
Okay.
But she
Over
does
the bond.
she does very much give off that don't piss off grandma look.
Okay. I'm gonna say over the bond. I'm going to command her to kneel. One of you move her out of the way and get the door open.
All right.
And I will cast command on her.
Okay.
It's just do level 1 because it doesn't need to be. And I will say, kneel.
And she does. In front of the door.
Perfect.
That's
I'm just gonna
fine.
Pick her up then and.
It only
move her out of the
lasts for 1 round, so.
I'm at the door checking for traps and unlocking it.
Okay. It is not locked.
Oh.
Is it trapped?
It is not trapped.
Is there? Do I hear anything on the other side?
Give me a perception check. Nope.
Cool. I'm gonna open the door and go in.
Same.
As you open up the door, you see a disheveled, balding young man with a worried look on his face sitting behind a desk covered in stacks of paperwork. He leaps to his feet when he sees you, scattering papers everywhere. Oh, fiddlesticks! And he looks and he sees her kneeling on the ground in front of the door.
Does this look anything like the guy we were expecting?
It is, you did not get a description of him, you got a description of her. But he very much seems to be his office. And you wouldn't be surprised if this was the commissioner.
Word.
Okay. I'm gonna have people come in, and then I'm gonna stand in the doorway and be like, "Don't worry about this. You need to talk to them."
he seems to kind of go about composing himself, and he says, what could I do for you?
You're the commissioner, yes?
Yes, Commissioner Gebler, sorry, Gebler.
We were hoping just for a moment of your time. We're looking into some of the unusual misfortunes your people are suffering. We were hoping you had some insight.
Well, New Criers, things are tough right now, but I'm doing what I can to help the town. Unfortunately, I'm not really being listened to much these days.
Interesting. Who's not listening?
Well, I kind of fell out of favor with the prince.
How so?
Well, ever since...
The advisor?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been, jealous of me, I guess, and, convinced the prince not to listen to me, and,
And his people are paying the price?
Of course. I mean, I'm concerned. It's, the situation here is being ill-managed. Yeah.
What have you discovered about what's going on?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really seem like House Juraska's approach is really stopping the plague. Hasn't really been effective, despite the amount that's being paid to them.
Yes, they said every time they make any progress on treating the plague, there's a strange resurgence, and they're using so much material that they're having to import because all the farms have failed. Every single one.
It's because they're only administering the elixirs. They're not actually healing anybody.
Explain.
I've never seen any of them cast a healing spell. I've only seen them administering the elixirs.
Motherfuckers. Well. And do you know anything about the farms failing? All of them?
Well,
suddenly?
Farmers seem to be seeing strange figures in the fields around the times that it seemed like their crops and stuff withered and died, but,
Strange figures how?
Well, I mean...
Just people they didn't recognize, or something was off about them?
One of the farms said they saw a hideous creature with long claws and the head of a deceased ram.
Do I know what kind of creature that is?
Give me a history check. History or religion even, I'll give you that. Oh, 32 works. I think you're good.
Yeah.
It is a fiend.
And our baker was just murdered by a fiend.
Excuse me?
Oh yes, did we not completely out of character, did we not?
We didn't tell anybody.
We didn't report that?
Nope.
You said that in your head, of course, duh.
Nope.
Yes, I did say that in my head, Susan. You just...
With that check, by the way, that history check, you can identify the creature specifically as an Oniloth. It's a type of Yugoloth, a fiend that spreads plague and pestilence wherever it goes.
I will, light bulb or the equivalent over the group chat and say, oh, I've solved our mystery. The rats are a red herring. The fiend he just described does exactly what's been happening. Plague, pestilence, famine.
Sort of fiend.
It's a fiend.
I put it into chat.
Yep. Plague and pestilence. So, plague kills the people, pestilence kills crops. And because it's a fiend, it can just disappear itself when it needs to.
Is this something that somebody would have brought here, or is it just here on its own?
Yeah. Would it require summoning, or could it just show up? Yeah, it would require summoning. 8 people sometimes.
How would we go about finding it then?
Is there any farmland that has not been directly affected yet?
No, as far as I know, all of them have been.
All of them.
Yeah, but the
Has
creature was
anyone-
seen at the Lemon Grove farm. If that makes any difference.
That's its most recent.
Well, that's
sighting?
the one that the people saw, the actual creature.
Okay. But it wouldn't still be there, would it? No. But there might be clues somewhere.
We can try and follow the most recent people who got cured and sent back, because then it might have to make a reappearance to bring some.
I think the farm is going to be our best lead, because if it was summoned on the farmland, there might be signs or trail to follow.
He kind of goes on to say, I mean, hell, I've even argued against the brutal reprisals from the prince's soldiers made against the rebellious townfolk that took up arms against him.
And because they were
sorry,
starving and hungry and sick?
Well, yeah, apparently several...
And whose idea was it for such a brutal crackdown? The advisor?
I mean, several of the, people that took up arms against the prince, said that there was a female halfling that kind of...
Red hair, symbol of the Juraskos.
Yeah. Yeah. But, it's still, that shouldn't have been quite as brutal as it was by the soldiers.
I'm just gonna say in the heads to remind everyone, the advisor's a shapeshifter, yes? Yeah, so he could actively be...
He's deliberately pretending to be one of his own people to make them the fall guy. Because if they are at every scene, obviously he had nothing to do with it. It was them. And if they've been seen at every place... Fuck. Alright, yes, I think we need to visit this farm and see if we can't find any clues about this fiend. I'm gonna tell him it's a fiend, and a powerful one at that.
What? Wait, what?
The creature that those farmers saw, it's a fiend. A real one. Particularly deadly.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Yes, and it has to be summoned, so somebody is trying to destroy your people's best shot at rebuilding.
Do you have any priests that aren't attached to House Jurasko or the Prince or anything?
No. Only ones that are here are from the house, because we couldn't, none of ours survived.
Survived what? The plague?
Well, no, the last war.
Ah.
Most of the people here are from the area that was devastated by...
Right, I keep forgetting you guys had that whole kerfuffle.
Yeah.
My bad.
Not a single holy person has survived.
No.
Should we maybe mention to the other two that they're walking towards a fiend?
Oh yeah, I said it over the whole bond. That...
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. And, which is why I will say, hey, maybe wait for us to catch up, because it will eat your bones. while you're alive.
Oh,
Cool.
I mean, that's just a
Treebus will
fiend
be fine.
thing.
He doesn't have any bones.
I will give
That's not the relief you think it is. It just means it'll take longer to kill you. It will kill you and it will hurt the whole time you're dying.
I have 2 vials of holy water because I'll give 1 vial to the commissioner to protect himself.
Okay.
Now I'll give him both, and he can give whatever else he feels.
Okay.
I suppose I should go look for some holy water myself.
I still have one more that you had given me too, Cinder.
Yeah, I had spent 250 gold. So if I had 2, that's I don't even.
Math. Okay.
No, thank you.
I wonder, can I make holy water?
You can.
Huh. I haven't done that yet.
Mhm.
I genuinely have no idea how long it takes to make.
It is. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. Alright. Let's see here. You can create holy water by performing a special ritual. Takes an hour to perform, uses 25 gold worth of powdered silver, and requires the caster to expend 1 first level spell slot.
Ah. So I would have to
That
go
is
buy
for
silver.
1. That's just for 1 vial.
That makes a flask.
Well, flasks are larger than vials.
And if it is a fiend or undead, it takes 2d6 radiant damage. As if it is hit. Yep.
I mean, I have some silver. I have money to get stuff.
I should have powdered silver. I would have that in my kit, I would think.
Especially coming to a place of plague.
I mean, based on the whole undead thing, yeah.
Yeah, I would have had some prepared and shit. So, if nothing else, I would have the ingredients to make it, and
Roll
yeah.
me a
What else we can
roll me a D100, Anna.
pull out silver and have Arthur's hat and lantern beat it to a pulp.
Dude,
Dude.
can't be doing divine intervention, but
It's fine for that.
Jesus.
I will say you have 3 uses of the silver.
Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah. If we have time before we go to the farm, it would take 3 hours to make 3.
Correct.
But if we were investigating, found a lead, and had downtime, because I think we can do it without the holy water, but it would be a nice thing to have.
Yeah, because there are other things that can do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I have spells. So I think we need to head to the farm.
Okay. All right. So you head. So in that time period,
Oh, and on our way out, I'm going to wave to the secretary.
by this point she's gotten up and she is really pissed off.
I'm gonna go to her desk, take a piece of paper, and I'm gonna go back in to the commissioner and have him write something that says we are always to be immediately.
Okay. All right.
And any obstruction or failure to do so will be reflected for performance review.
Oh, shit. Give me a persuasion check there, Cinder.
Since I'm being a shitty teacher, can I have advantage?
No. Okay.
That could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Uh-huh. Okay. You feel fairly confident in your convincing him to do this. Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna watch him as he does it. I'm not gonna let him.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Have I heard anything from Pounce?
No.
He's probably gone too far away from me at this point.
Yep. Yep, he has. So while all of that is going on, Zutog and Krebus, you have made your way to one of the local farms. It is a wheat farm. Well, it was a wheat farm. It is no longer a wheat farm because it is just a farm of dead plants. However, there is no people here either. As you have come to the farmhouse, you do not see anyone. All you see is the withered remains of what were wheat farm. And it doesn't look like there's been anybody here in a while. So, yeah. That is the things that happen in your time period. And so, yeah, that is what you have learned during this. Is there anything you want to do while you are at this farm?
Well, did they tell us any of the information that they found out from the commissioner?
But not during the first farm that you're at. They will tell that to you about the time you get to the second farm.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I guess I will just look around at the plants and see if I can figure out anything.
Okay. It looks like these plants have just withered and died. Just does not look natural. You also don't see any animals.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Is like signs of animals, maybe.
I will say you see the corpses of animals, but you do not see any live animals.
Oh, okay.
And even the corpses do not look like they are doing good. You get like a very foul stench and swarming flies around them.
Okay. Well, they're dead, so.
Yep. Okay. So you get to the second farm. This one looks like has corn stalks that might have been really good had they not shriveled up and dried out. It seems like here as well that things have perished.
Can I actually cast detect magic on the... Let me actually look at detect magic, because is it just an object, or...
No, it's an area of effect that is around you. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my hands like around, like in between the corn stalks, and I would like to cast detect magic.
Okay.
Or it'll be a ritual cast.
I think you get like 30 feet.
30 feet, yeah.
That's fine.
Doesn't look like there's any magic out here. Other than you and Krebus.
Well, it was worth a try.
Yep.
Do we actually see, like... Or actually, I guess I'll roll another check to look at them just to see, is it... They shriveled and died, but, like, are there any signs of, like, pests or the rats might have been, like, gnawing on them? Or does it... Do they just look like they just died?
In general, like, they are shriveled from the very top of the the corn stalks all the way down. So you don't see any nibbling down at the bottom.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. Creebus,
The
you know
gardener.
anything? Can she tap into Cora's real life experience?
Yeah, that's what my brain. The gardener in me is like, okay, gotta check the pH balance, gotta check if it's wet, if it's moist enough. But
Doesn't seem to be working there. Nope.
Oh man, we need Joe for this. He's the chemist.
Mm-hmm.
do we actually see any of the
It's
farmers?
get like the
out?
farmhouse.
So, at the second farm, you kind of go up to the farmhouse and you see that there is one person sitting in a rocking chair, but it is not moving.
Okay.
I guess we'll go up to the person.
The person and the chair. Neither
Are they
one of them-
alive? Can I check to see if they're alive?
They are not alive.
Okay.
But do they have a head?
They do have a head. And it's about this time that you hear from the rest of your party via the telepathic bond. So everything that they said over the telepathic bond, you now know.
Okay.
That there's a potential fiend and we could be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
It'd be
Then-
fiend food.
Can I go to the area where the corpse is and then cast detect magic on that area?
Sure. It's a 10-minute thing, so you could have walked up at this point. And
Yeah, it just stays active
Yeah.
until.
Oh, okay.
it does not seem to be anything magical that is like coming off of this body.
Okay.
Okay. Creebus, anything else from you?
So we found out about this. Did we find out about this whatever Yugoloth or?
Yeah, so they would have told you over the
Oinoloth?
bond. Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So
So
they
If we're
also
gonna
told
take-
you
I'll
not
start
to go.
performing an exorcism.
Okay, perfect.
Bring out the Ouija board.
If we're gonna go with people Willow's talent again, I'm not going anywhere near the farm.
What?
I'll go anywhere near a farm.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
I
if,
do
if
not have
we
a green
channel-
thumb.
If we channel Cora for those questions, you should definitely not be going near the farm. Tor.
Yeah.
No.
I've killed bamboo several
And
times.
cactus.
The oh, this was such a pride.
It did. All right. So you are aware that you were supposed to be meeting them outside of the gates of the town, before heading to the next farm.
I guess as a last minute, like right before we get ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
I want to check around. I just want to check if it's investigation, just to see if there, because this guy's been dead. Like
Mhm.
he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
Give
If
me a
there's
medicine
any-
check.
If there's, well, more or less, if there's any signs of life, like if is there
Okay.
stuff like the tools? Are they collecting dust or anything like that? If anybody actually comes out here to work the farm.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't seem like anybody has been out here for a while. You get the feeling
As we're
that
walking to the farm, I'm gonna call Pounce back and if he has anything to report.
okay.
Do we know which farm they're at?
I would say they would let you know which farm they were at. Yeah.
Is it the one that the fiend was sighted at?
It is not.
Oh, okay. But
'Cause
we
you-
got
Well,
we got directions to that farm,
to be
correct?
fair, you know it is not the one that you were told that he had been to.
Yeah.
You don't know if he was actually sighted there before or not. But you know
Fair
it
enough.
was the Lemon Grove farm.
And we totally asked the magistrate for directions.
You did, and ironically, it is the same direction that you need to be going.
Cool.
I mean, it's magic like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
What, Tor?
Once we get around the farmland, I'm gonna have Pounce be sniffing the crops and seeing if he smells
Okay.
them.
Okay. What was that, Cora?
so once we invest, like that's done, we know that nobody's been here. We'll relay all of that information back to the group.
Okay.
They're
Alright.
dead. They're all dead.
Everything's dead.
No one's been here for a long time.
Okay. Alright, so with that, I will say that you guys are able to gather at the entrance and exit out of the city on that side. And you know that the lemon orchard or the lemon grove is about 30 minutes walk outside of town. And as you gather back up as a party and head that direction, as you get closer, you notice that the Lemon Grove farm has clearly seen better days. The rows of lemon trees are dead. Their fruit and leaves lay rotting on the ground beneath the tree branches. Beyond, the crops in the fields that also went with these Lemon Grove, and everything that you have passed on the way here have withered and died. You do not see any smoke raising from the chimney of the small farmhouse. It seems the farmyard is deserted. And you do see that there is a small stone well that stands in the middle of the yard as well. And that is what you see from this as you get closer to the actual farmyard. The foul stench and swarming flies warn of bad things within the farmhouse.
Are the insects behaving normally? Like, are they?
It seemed to be.
They're actively decomposing things.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. What do you do now that you've come to this Lemon Grove farm?
Everybody's here.
Everybody's there. Yep. You are
I'm
all
gonna
back
start-
together.
Detect magic detector.
Footprints, looking for footprints, tracks.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception check or investigation check there, Dorian. Okay. All right. Okay. So you see that there's footprints around. Doesn't seem like it's been very recent though, since these footprints were put there.
The footprints look humanoid.
They do. Most of them. You also see ones that you recently saw in the shape of bloody footprints. You have a feeling that this is the right place for that creature.
I suppose I'll look around for a summoning circle or some type of ritualistic bargain.
Okay. All right. With that, let's see, Zutog, you don't see anything magical necessarily. Doesn't seem to be anything really, like, coming off as magical outside of your own party members.
Ooh, okay.
I just wanna...
Can we go check the specific spot that they mentioned? Like, where exactly the fiend was seen?
Okay.
I would like to do that as well, but while everyone's doing their investigations, I want to keep an eye on the horizon, see if anything is watching us.
Okay. Alright, give me a perception check. Okay. You don't see any movement on the horizon.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Pounce be sniffing around and stuff.
Okay.
On the off chance that you guys.
Okay.
I'd like to use my magic tinkering and put bright light on a rock and drop it down the well.
Okay.
Is there water?
There is water. You hear a splash. And as you look down, you see a body that is floating in the well.
Can I recognize it as a humanish body?
Yeah, small humanish body.
Like a halfling, maybe?
Like maybe.
Red hair?
Yeah.
Well, depending how long they've been down there, that's going to be nasty to pull out.
I do have the rope. What's that rope?
The rope of climbing?
I have, the rope of climbing, so I could send it down and have it tie a knot around. How deep is it, I guess?
It is about 15 feet down.
Oh, yeah, I got 60 feet, so I can go, like, tie it around a leg and see if I can pull them up.
Okay. Okay. What is the medicine check for?
I was thinking Cinder would have been around enough to know that that body might just come apart if he's trying to tie it.
You have no idea.
Nope.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try it anyways.
Of course you are.
Send the rope down there and as a bonus action command it to tie itself around a foot
Okay.
or both feet maybe, and
Okay.
then see if I can pull it up.
Okay. Sure. Who is pulling it up?
Yeah, maybe one of the stronger folks would give me a hand here. Actually, no, I take that back. I should be able to do this. I have a thing.
You have a thing.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
I mean, if your thing doesn't work, I'm pretty strong.
Is it athletics?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm too old.
Yep. It is waterlogged body. It doesn't really work. Would you like to try, Zen?
Yeah, I'll give him a hand.
Okay.
You said athletic?
I will say that you see Arthur try, and as Arthur looks like he's going to end up in the well, you grab a hold of him. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me, please.
Sure. I mean, it was better, but
It's
not by
better.
much.
Well, at least you're not letting him go into the well. Yeah.
No.
All of a sudden, I will say, though, you fall backwards, because the
It
rope
severs.
loses its tautness. Yep.
Yep. Gross. It's been in there a while, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gotta smell so bad.
It smells so bad. So bad.
Can somebody prestidigitate my rope before I put it away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't actually know. Yes, I do have that because, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I just want
We
to
used to
check.
keep Dorian's clothes, so
Oh wait, I don't have speak with dead prepared because I wasn't prepared to talk to dead people today. I didn't think that was on our. I thought we were doing diplomacy, not murder mystery.
Is there a chance that we could lure this fiend to us?
Do we know what attracts fiends?
Well, somebody summoned it, so they've probably made a pact with it, I think, is how it works. This is Anna talking out of her ass.
Right, but I was wondering if can we get it to come to us?
Maybe, if you know how to convince it to do that.
Would I know that in order to summon something, you generally have to know what it is you're summoning? Summoning and potentially have a name or something like. Does it have to be super specific?
It doesn't have to be super specific, no.
Do we have anybody that can make plants grow quickly?
You do not have a druid, no.
We don't have a druid.
You do not.
I can talk to him.
Do we know that when we talk to people, have we noticed anything growing anywhere?
Not really, no. Like,
So we haven't heard of
everything
any farm that still had some stuff?
Nope.
Because I think what would attract it is some green growing things.
But currently there is...
Well,
Can-
I think that would just attract natural predators and creatures, and with this, it doesn't want the green growing stuff. It wants the people.
Well, no, I want to attract it. There's a spell I want to cast, but I need to bring it to us. Can we lure it? Do we have anybody who can create an illusion of green growing things?
I understand you want to lure it, but I don't think green growing things is what lures it. It wants to kill people. It doesn't want to have a salad.
It's deliberately poisoning farms, and somebody would know that that if they know all the farms have been dealt with, then they wouldn't be tricked by an illusion. They would need actual growth. Do I know? What if one
of us?
Go ahead.
Do I know what we could use to lure this type of fiend in? Or
Give me that religion check or history check.
Well, one of these gets me a plus.
Okay.
Plus $1 billion. That's what it gets you.
I literally have a 14 to history. So.
I mean, you know that it's a matter of instructions, not necessarily summoning or like luring it somewhere.
Okay, somebody's giving it orders that it's following. So
I have a crazy idea.
It just might work.
It might.
Are you gonna try summoning it?
No. That is also equally as crazy, but no. I volunteer for this if someone else wishes to not do it. I contain a spell called Polymorph, which then I could turn myself into a plant, therefore potentially drawing out the perpetrator, and you guys could stake it out and protect me.
I don't think polymorph lets you turn into plants.
Nope.
It says new form.
New form does not mean plants.
Right.
It's creatures or humanoids
I'll be a cactus. Or a Venus flytrap.
Oh, good lord.
Let's maybe check out inside the little farmhouse first and see if maybe it's just asleep in there.
Can I share with you the spell I want to cast?
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, sure.
This is the spell I want to cast. It cost me 1,500. 1,000 gold. It covers 40,000 square feet for one day. and I can select Fiend as the thing that it's fighting in either radiant or necrotic damage. And every time it's in that space, it takes 5d10 radiant or necrotic damage every turn.
Wow.
Okay, and where would you cast it?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I need a lure. It's 40,000 square feet of space.
I mean, the problem isn't necessarily just the fiend, it's who's controlling the fiend. I mean, we are reasonably certain it's the advisor, but we don't have concrete proof. Is the problem. We were hoping if we can get it running. No, it's definitely, that is a ridiculous spell. I didn't know that was a spell. But I think the problem is we're not going to be able to lure it. We're going to have to just encounter it. Provoke whoever's its master into summoning it to deal with us.
Yeah, the problem is it takes 10 minutes to cast. So
yeah,
but that's an area of 200 feet by 200 feet. So.
But okay, I don't know if I'm reading this right, but if you block that area, then you cannot summon them into that area.
And if they enter the area, they start taking radiant damage.
Right.
But the problem there is if that doesn't kill it instantly, it can just walk out.
True.
Without getting anywhere near us.
Not if I put a force cage. Not if I cast this after I cast that.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's an idea.
I mean, that's a lot of money. Which
True.
I
have the components. I paid for these.
Yeah. No.
But and I could cast that, and that guarantees one round that they stay in it. They can't contest this until their next turn.
Well, in that case, Raven can try and charm them, or...
Well, the problem is as long as they're in the Forbiddance area, it's constantly taking damage, which will probably not help the charm. I mean, honestly, if it comes down to it, and we start
I'm saying that guarantees one extra round of damage because they can't save, and they have to succumb to this effect for at least one round.
I'm just thinking how we can guarantee the Forbiddance working, 'cause it takes you 10 minutes to cast. I mean, if we knew we were going to pick a fight in the castle and guaranteed that you had 10 uninterrupted minutes to cast Forbiddance, and then baited the the advisor into ordering the fiend to attack us, it would have to be already on this plane, or he wouldn't be able to summon it at all.
Right.
Which, again, great, but we don't know exactly where it is right now. If it's...
Right.
We know it killed the guy this morning, but other than that, we don't know anything about how it operates.
Oh, that's true. Well, no. So yeah, you'd have to cast Forbiddance first and then Force Gauge, because otherwise it would be done pretty close. Well, you'd only get like, because force
And you have
gauge
to
is
like
an hour.
really time it,
Yeah.
and initiative order can screw that up.
Yep. Yep. That's true.
I mean, it's an
Nice.
excellent idea. If it
Yeah.
works, it's great. But if it doesn't, that's a lot of materials you just threw away. But it could work. It could. I'm just.
What does a Warforge need of materials?
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, 3 more
But
levels, that's
we
what
gotta
you
find
need it
this
for.
thing. We gotta find this thing. Because I've completely lost the thread of everything. Are we at the farm we were supposed to go to,
Yep.
or?
Yep.
Okay. And the owners are dead.
Yep. Well,
Nobody to talk to.
technically you don't know that because no one's been in the house.
Yeah, I think we should
Oh,
go
we haven't gone
in.
in the fucking house.
Detect
Oh,
your
boy.
magic detector. Magic.
Let's
No
go.
magic detector.
I'll lead the way.
Let's go to the house. See if anybody's. Because I don't have anything to get the body out of the well.
Okay. You, the closer you get to the house, the more it stinks. And you
Oh,
find
they're
the
dead.
decomposing, mutilated bodies of the farmer and his family.
Recent or
It's been a while.
about the same amount of time as the one in the well?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. You don't know how long the guy's been in the well.
Yeah, but
No, this is much more fresh than that.
And violent.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And does it look like they've been killed by a fiend like our baker
It
friend?
does, in fact.
Is the blood still wet? Or has it dried?
It's dried.
Okay. Is there anything else in the house? I imagine it's not a super big house.
No, it's not a super big house.
It's not like hiding in a closet to go bleh.
No.
Okay.
No.
Fuck.
now I'll just try and search thoroughly but quickly
Okay.
and keep prestidigitating nicer smells on me.
Okay. You don't find anything of any value here that will really help you.
No, you were distracting, dude. It was a good idea. And workshopping how shit works is kind of how D&D works.
It's true. No, that was a really good idea, though. If you can figure out how to get him in the area.
And I can also start casting that on our stronghold.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
If I cast it every day for 30 days in the same location, it lasts until it's dispelled. But it's going to cost a shit ton of money.
Yep.
30 times the 30,000 gold.
Oh, but we see then the problem there is we also can't plane shift.
Yep.
True. But we can find a
That
place.
gets rid of the teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
But we can find a
Ooh.
place in the thing to do that. So
Yeah.
Fair
We
enough.
just gotta put the teleportation circle 30 feet up in the air.
35 feet in the air.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any clues as to where the fiend could have gone from here?
Nope.
There's not like a convenient trail of dead grass leading
There's
off into the
not, in
woods.
fact.
Is there a basement or anything?
There is not.
do we know what Oligoth, whatever scat looks like?
The creature
No.
itself?
It has the
Yeah.
ram's head, the
It has a
undead ram's head, and like a humanoid body
With claws.
with claws.
Okay, this is gonna be a far fetch.
Okay,
I
like it
don't
already.
suppose I'd be able to cast Scry, would I?
Sure. On what?
Would I be able to scry on the creature? I would have to go back to town and see if they have the... And I'd have to prepare it and use it tomorrow because I don't have it prepared, but I do have access to the scrying spell.
You also have your scrying circle on the house too. But yeah. Okay. So I mean, you could. It would not be as easy to scry on because you're not completely.
I'm not familiar.
Mhm.
Could be an attempt.
Yeah.
But you're telling me there's a chance, so we gotta go find the components in town tomorrow.
You
Okay.
keep in mind
I like
you're in a
the callback to
refugee
Dumb and
camp.
Dumber there.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
in at 20, guys. I'm gonna do
Okay,
it on
okay.
on finding the stuff tomorrow.
On finding the stuff tomorrow in the middle of a refugee camp.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've kind of hit a wall, I would like to try divine intervention.
Okay.
I
Oh,
ooh.
it's not gonna show up.
Oh, God, they're
Oh.
so gross.
Oh, that is
I hate
gross.
it.
Born
I
a
hate
person.
Hey, by the way, I'm putting a picture up. You're welcome to those who are watching on the stream because it did not pop up.
Oh, but it shows all of its attacks and stuff. It's pretty horrendous.
Okay.
Ugh.
I would like to try divine intervention. I want to ask where we could find
Mhm.
this fiend.
Okay. So you're gonna try for that other roll that you already had?
Yeah, let's see if I can't. No, of course. Of course. I want to roll high before, and no. Yeah. Okay, I tried.
You're having a little bit of communication issues here.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys have been doing really well at rolling D100s really low. So when the cleric does divine intervention,
I literally rolled a 3 like half an hour ago.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how it works. That's how
Okay.
it works. It's because you were wanting it to be a low number. Okay, so with that, what are you guys doing? Are you headed back into town then?
I think so.
Yeah.
Should we go back and ask them why they're only using the elixirs, not doing spells?
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's pretty shady. Especially if they're spending all this extra money.
Especially didn't Dorian catch him in a lie or an untruth?
It
of
wasn't.
some sort?
It wasn't a lie or untruth. It was just that they were hiding something else.
They weren't telling the entire truth.
Right.
I think it's worth poking around there a little bit more.
Okay.
I'd like to inspect the purple goo that they're handing out too.
Sure. Okay. So you're headed back to the healers?
Because we don't see any sign of the summoning, right?
Nope. Nope. Okay. Arthur, since it is your the idea to go to the healers, roll me a d8, please. Okay. So when you go back to the healers area here, you only see that there is 3 of them that are currently on duty here at the moment. Seems that the others are out and about in the city.
Well, I don't know much about healing magics, but I would like to ask what sort of spells these guys have been using to heal folks.
Well, we've been mainly doing the elixirs because we can make more of those than can use the spell slots to heal. This way we can heal more people.
Well, you're not healing them, you're temporarily stopping it. Whereas if you actually use healing magic, it might stay permanent.
Yeah, this is like a disease. What is it exactly? It's a plague.
plague.
It's a disease, right?
It's a plague.
Yeah.
And the sending them home to be quarantined is not working, they're just dying.
Well, at least this way they're able to feel a little bit better.
But you're not doing any magical healing at all?
No, we're using the spell slots to make more of the potions.
The potions that temporarily work.
That you're paying out the nose for.
Whose idea was that?
It's better to heal everybody a little bit than only heal one person.
No.
You're not healing
Really
anyone.
not. You're not fixing anybody. You're slapping a band-aid on it and say, okay, just stay away from everybody else, and then...
You're slapping a band-aid on a wound that needs a tourniquet.
Can I
Who
get a closer look
gave
at one of
the
those?
order?
Our orders come from the house, of course.
The house or the advisor?
The
He is
advisor's
the leader
that.
of the house. Here.
It's good to know that the, 7 lesser restorations I've burned since we got here have done more in a day and a half than you have done in months.
If it wasn't for us doing this, many more people would have died.
They're still
No. Many
dying.
people are dying, you're just not seeing it. What god do you worship?
Hold on, I gotta remember. I don't remember which god the House of Jurassic is.
Pretty crappy one so far.
This is why you don't worship gods, you worship people who have done good works. And it's not worship when they're literally right there to give you advice. Fools who still believe in the divine.
Okay.
No wonder you're all fucked. This is the best you've come up with.
Just for clarity,
Uh-huh.
we're at a refugee camp.
Uh-huh.
It's not like a temple or something.
No, it's a city.
It's a bunch of tents.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, they're slowly making it better and better. It's a city, but it's a matter of that it is it's a refugee camp in the fact of the refugees from the area that turned into the Mornlands is here.
I mean, we're like
while.
where all these healers are. It's just like a little area with tents or something.
Yeah, kind of. What?
They haven't spent any of that money on infrastructure. Houses.
There's
Clean.
some, yeah, there's
Yeah.
some houses and stuff in here. But the specific place is not so much. Okay. So let's see here.
Should we? I mean, I know we don't have like hard, concrete evidence other than testimony. Should we go talk to the prince and
I
just
think-
bring up these charges, air quote charges, against the advisor?
I think the advisor has gotten in so well. Anybody casting doubt or anything else on him is going to be immediately fought and met with much more suspicion. I feel like we don't trust. We don't believe that the prince can do it himself.
Nice.
What What are you sleight of handing there?
Can I get 2 of those purple potions, please?
Sure. Sure. Okay. Okay. I'm looking to see here. It does not specifically say what god House of Jarosco is. Doesn't say.
Yeah, well. Well,
I will say,
not that any god's real,
actually, I will say, because you know that Joe is from House Jarosco, he is, in fact. You know that the house maintains that that they if you have the money, they will heal you with a lesser restoration immediately. If you can't afford the service, they will treat you with mundane techniques.
Oh, paying them enough, not healing them.
They're also the source of all potions of healing. The houses, I mean.
Wow, this is a
every
racket.
potion of healing comes from these clowns?
From the house itself, yes.
Holy fuck. Zin's just gonna be like, I'm surprised you all didn't die a long time ago, because, wow. Wow, this is how you guys run things. Bravo.
Yeah, so apparently they worship and take orders from platinum and gold.
What are your wisdom saving over there?
If I'm gonna go murder somebody because I'm pissed off.
Oh yeah, no, you want to murder somebody.
Yes.
And then you
I
keep looking over.
Whether or not I do it.
Yeah, you keep looking over, and you know that if you murder somebody without, Dorian's approval, he will probably arrest you again.
Not with these guys.
No, I'm not saying
besides-
without his approval.
Give him a little drink, they'll be right back.
Hey Arthur.
Yeah.
Little bit out of time here, but give me an Arcana check, because I know you're gonna look into this potion of a elixir that Cinder has taken. Okay.
Hold on. I get
okay.
a D4.
It's okay. You're good. You only needed a 15.
Oh, good.
It is an aniseed flavored elixir that is a very diluted version of a potion of healing.
So it's a potion of healing cut with Jaeger.
It restores 1d4 hit points.
Oof.
And does
Oh my
nothing for
God.
disease.
Mm-hmm.
Is he... You gonna share that with us while we're here?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna be checking it later?
Well, I was gonna check it after we left.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because it was
okay,
supposed to
good,
be-
because I was about to start swinging.
No, not yet. I think we should go back and talk to
They're
them.
healers, they have a duty, and they are doing worse than nothing. They're actively harming their people while promising to help them.
Well, not their people, these poor refugees. I'm sure they have nice.
They have been called here to heal these people.
So
We're
maybe
assuming, but if it's the advisor, he may have called them here to put on a pretense of helping and healing these people while he
Do
finishes
these...
off his sucky plans.
After having this conversation with this lady,
Mm-hmm.
do I get the sense that she's being honest, that that they're trying to help and they're just bad at it? Or are they doing this and just because they have to, not because they want to?
They seem to, well, give me an insight check. So, okay.
Like, do they genuinely think they're helping at least a little bit?
Yeah,
or
totally.
is this... So they're just stupid.
I mean,
They just suck. They're just awful.
They just think putting band-aids on people is better.
They're just following orders
Yep.
That's
and
all that
causing
it
more
is.
harm than good. Okay.
We're just following orders. That's all we know how to do.
Mhm.
So then we need to go back to the ambassador himself, or not the ambassador. Well, yeah, and
The advisor.
confront him, the advisor. We need to confront him.
We'll share with the party that they're once again hiding stuff and now just talking out of their ass.
Okay.
As you say this in their heads, you literally see Cinder is ready. He's just ready to go.
Turn on one of them and say, "Tell us the truth. What are you doing?"
Trying to heal what we can.
To quote Louise Belcher, "Try stopping his words instead of your damn dirty mind."
Right. Better to heal a little bit than not at all.
Okay, I want to teach one of these guys a little lesson. Are you guys cool with that? I won't kill him.
Hold on, I'm gonna take out a pair of handcuffs
Okay.
as a show of intimidation
Mm-hmm.
while resting one hand on my revolver.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who has been the most vocal about it's better to heal a little than not at all?
The main person you're talking to.
They are going to have an ally.
Guys, I really think that these guys are just doing their jobs.
Badly.
They're doing their jobs badly, but I mean, if they got poor training from the first place, then it's not their. They're probably just here to get a paycheck.
I'm just gonna make a point.
Of your dagger into them.
Yes, very
I'll
non-lethal,
try to
very
scruff her as she goes for it.
perfect.
You do, and
And
you're
then I'm
only.
parchment. Stick it on there. You'll feel better soon. Then I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
Tell them they have 30 seconds to start telling us the full story, or I'm gonna arrest them. Take them in front of the king.
As
Friend.
you say this, and they kind of grab something to staunch the bleeding that was 4 points of damage. You.
Oh, I will slap the fuck out of their hands. They're not getting anything.
You see that one of the prince's servants, I guess you would say, comes running in and says, "Finally, I found you. Please, you've been summoned back to the palace."
Awesome.
Cool.
Wait.
No, the prince wants to see you right now.
About?
I don't know. I just was told to come get you.
Insight.
Let's go.
Okay, give me an insight check.
This is
guy's
just
telling the truth.
you're just a courier.
Yep.
Cool.
Do you go or do you stay?
I'm gonna turn around and look at them with full crazy eyes,
Okay.
teeth bared, dagger dripping with blood.
Okay.
So I hope you learn a little bit of your lesson, or I'll be back here every single day to teach it to you again. Then I will leave.
Okay.
I'm
going.
yeah.
Okay.
While she's saying that, I'm going to stare them down with my golden skull mask
Mhm.
and prestidigitate the glass lenses to glow.
Okay.
And then I will turn and walk away,
Okay.
muttering under my breath the whole time about worshipping shitty fake gods and sabotaging your own ability to help people.
Okay.
All gods are fake.
Okay.
It's your own willpower, you're tricking yourselves.
Okay.
Well,
All
from
right.
what we've heard, it doesn't seem like it's hard to trick them.
All right. So, when you get back to the palace or villa, whatever you want to call it, you find the prince is standing at the balustrade, gazing off over the villa's splendid gardens, or, well, what is potentially supposed to be the splendid gardens. It's just kind of a series of kind of gardens. Gravel paths currently divide the formal garden into rectangular beds, each planted with carefully shaped conifers and neatly trimmed low hedges that seem to be kind of shaped into geometric patterns. A impressive brass sphere stands on a plinth in the center of the garden, flanked by four large metal sculptures. Behind are ornate fountain and a couple of rows of orange and lemon trees. These are not dead. As you...
Yet they're importing oranges and lemons from somewhere else.
You don't see any fruit on the trees, but the trees themselves are not dead. As you arrive, the prince seems, kind of a little bit sad. And he says, I am sorry to have heard of the ambassador's untimely death. However, I'm glad to know that you were able to bring him back.
Sweet oranges and lemons from
I thought that was what you were singing. Okay. That's what I thought it was. I was like, wait,
Fathom the Bowl. It's a great song.
He says, now, I do have a question for you, though. Are you able to proceed with the negotiations on the king's behalf?
I mean, I would say so, but there are some matters that are far more worse than we had anticipated around the state of your kingdom? ? Zutog wouldn't put the right word if it's a village or...
No, it's a kingdom.
Okay. And I mean that with the utmost respect, I promise.
What things are you referring to?
Fiend.
He'll look at Cinder and ask to pull out the pipes as the others begin to explain.
Someone's been summoning a fiend. And it's cute. So it's bringing the plague, poisoning the land, and murdering a number of people. I'll tell him about the dead guy in the bakery and the dead family at the farm.
That is quite disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That? I'm not certain.
We are
To
wondering
weaken you?
if it is some sort of sabotage upon your own kingdom. Greed fuels many things, and he'll take a minute and pause.
Okay.
We
outrageous amount of money people.
While your advisor had, had asked us, as of yesterday, if you remember, for the 100,000 gold to be, we have received testimony from the house of blah 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 that they had been receiving pay cuts. Were you aware of this?
No.
Or budget cuts, sorry. Budget cuts.
No, of course not. As far as I was concerned, they were getting the money necessary for their ingredients.
We also were bothering to action people, and all the expensive ingredients are being watered down and diluted so they would not have as much effect, and they think that's just as good
It's
as...
It's a poor man's healing potion that does nothing for disease.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah, I'll give him the purple drink.
But I was told that the reason it was purple was that it was curing the disease.
This won't cure shit. Like, literally, if your stomach is upset, don't even bother. This won't help. It's not gonna do anything.
But why would they do that?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. With your permission.
Probably for about 100,000 gold.
If you know, where is your advisor now?
I will say over the bond, this is the point where we point out that they're a shapeshifter and they might not even be the real dude.
Sutog in his brain to you guys would be probably gonna ask him if he'll let me cast True Sight, True Seeing, that spell on him. So he could see it for himself.
Would Kribus, would you have cast that again? Because it's been well more than an hour. It lasts for an hour.
Glibness?
No,
I can only cast it once.
The bond.
Yeah, I can sit there and work it. It's a ritual cast, so
Okay.
I can, when I think it's about to go off, I can start.
Okay.
I like to imagine there's a point where like time elapses and it wears off, and then like someone has just been like, they're making eye contact with everybody, but nothing's happening. So
Yeah, they're like, they think they're saying, and nobody's answering. It's like, really, guys? You're gonna ignore me?
Okay.
But we have to be within 30 feet of. You have to be within 30 feet of me every time I have to re-up it. So.
Okay.
It can't happen at distance.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So yeah, but you would have cast it before you got here. So, okay. So then
Yeah, I'm
back up.
sorry I didn't mention that.
didn't. I just thought about it. I was like, wait, it's been well over an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you, okay. You've told him about the fiends. You've told him about the pipes. You've told him about the healers giving weak potions. Okay. What else? Are you telling him anything else?
If I may, Your Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll like hold up his hands, but like have his spell book in one. I have a spell that will reveal. It allows you to see things as they truly are, and not for what people might make them seem. It can be overwhelming at first, maybe even cause a headache, but once you get used to it, although I truly never get used to it myself, but still, you will be able to see the advisor for whom he actually is, because as Cinder has seen, he has scales.
I'm aware. I am aware of his true identity. The great worms must hide themselves in less formidable forms, and he's promised the Chamber's help to rebuild Crier.
Alright, I got nothing.
But I didn't realize that he was... I don't understand.
Working against the well-being of your people.
I don't see how he could be.
House Jarosco is the only house that can provide healing and potions. He runs House Jarosco. He had full-strength healing shit on him. But he's been telling everybody else to dilute it down and just send people on their way.
Okay. You see, he seems kind of shook at his core on that. Now, I need everyone, please, to give me a persuasion check. This is a group check. Ooh.
I did that before I saw the roll, just because I figured.
Okay.
I'm going on roll 20 right now because I'm driving, but I can't put somebody roll for me.
I got it.
Thank you. Because I do have probably one of the highest persuasions after all.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, Krivas did get a 29.
He did. He did.
That's why I said one of the highest. I do know Creepus is one of my persuasion buddies.
Let's see if I can get it to open here. Okay. Come on. Okay. Yeah, but that does balance out the Zutog 6.
True.
I'm not good at charisma.
It's okay, Zuta. You're good with photosynthesis.
Thank you.
Hey, Raven.
Yeah.
You probably should not have had me roll for you.
Why did you roll poorly?
Because I rolled a 1.
It's still 14, man.
It is
I think I have
14.
14.
It is 14.
But I rolled 29 for her.
You what?
I rolled that 29 for her.
Oh, you were able to... I forgot you were able to roll for her.
Well, see,
Yeah.
they 29.
Mine came up first.
No, I. Yours does not count, Susan. Only Taurus counts.
Alright, so we've got... Okay. Anna, are you able to roll?
Oh.
It's everybody.
Everybody.
It's
Okay.
everybody. And then...
Well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that's not bad. Okay, and then... We lost Kane.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone out of Discord and everything, so I'm wondering if the computer...
Yeah, maybe the power went out or something.
Okay. So, let's see here. 29, 24... 13, 6...
Hey,
And a
Zutog and I don't have any bonuses, so...
Neither does Arthur. Okay.
Also has the old one.
Actually, you know what? I do have a hero point. Let me try. Boom,
Oh, good
16.
Oh,
There
that's
you go.
awesome.
I rolled
I forgot.
Okay.
Okay,
I
well,
actually have hero points too. There it is.
oh, he's just going to bed. Okay, interesting.
Okay. Probably had a really long day or long week.
Fair enough.
Okay. That totally makes it not still be a double-digit number there, Zutog.
I tried.
I know. I know. Alright, still not a double-digit number. That's okay. I think Zutog took all the ones out of that as well, just like Bob did on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Alright. So, okay. Well, thankfully, you had three people that rolled really, really well. That counterbalances those other rolls. Okay. So let's see here. Dylan, we gotta figure out what the answer is. Ready? Okay. He's like, yeah, the answer is they pass. This is how this works, Mom. Okay. So, let's see. 8. Okay. And yes, I'm going with the 29 for Raven. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of you, right? 3, 6. No, 7, 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, you see that, like, he seems to be really on the fence on if he's like really struggling to believe that this guy can be, you know.
Did we mention he's a shapeshifter?
He knows who he is.
Okay.
And he specifically said that the great worms must hide themselves in less formidable forms. Mm-hmm.
But does he understand this is a poison worm?
He does not. Mm-hmm. He says this has got to be lies. It can't be.
Or somebody's doing a really good job of framing him, so let's ask him.
It is at this point when you say that you see him along with the let's see, 1, 2. Let's see. So you see several of the halflings come walking up.
How pissed do they look?
Well, he just heard what you said. So, not.
I would love for it to be a frame job. I would love for it to be a frame job. But it looks really bad.
Yeah,
we just want to find out the truth.
Yeah,
if he's innocent, then somebody's doing a really good job of framing you.
He, as he gets up to you, oh, did somebody else do it?
Hmm?
Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, is that why? Dylan's over here bugging me looking at the treat container. Because the mommy pushed the button. Oh. That's why. Okay. Alright, there you go. Treats are out.
I just got run over by me.
She got run over by an Ashy. Okay. So you see that he looks pissed. And even with your statements, you see that he looks extremely pissed off. And
Yes, so do I.
mm-hmm. And it is with that we're actually going to end this, because you see him start to change shape
Into
a very large, very green, very old dragon.
Well, don't do sketch shit if you don't want to get hit.
And it is there, my friends, that we will end our session for today, because next week you get to figure out what is going to happen with this extremely old, extremely big dragon.
We're gonna find a dragon.
Right? Dramatic.
What?
He's dramatic.
He is a green dragon, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He is,
I
in
mean-
fact.
I mean, really, this is partially their fault for trusting a chromatic dragon. Like, really?
I mean,
At least him being a dragon kind of explains a little bit of the greed
a little bit.
Right?
A little bit.
and the indifference to suffering.
With that, my friends, I do want to say thank you so much for hanging out here within DMS Adventures Tavern, where adventure really is always on the menu. We will see you next Friday for a fight with a very big, very old, very green dragon. Until next time, have a good night.